You know what we need? We need a theme song. We need an introduction to this show because I can't just keep saying, "Ooh, welcome to the Cahn podcast." That's no fun. Who's gonna be interested in a show like that starts off like that? We need a jingle. We need a song. We need something loud and fast to draw people in, you know? Anyway, welcome to the Cahn podcast. My name is Sam. This is my co-host Stu. This is episode, I believe it's 4 or 5? I think it's 4. We're on episode 4 now. Good job, Stu. High five. We need to get you a little chair, I think. We need to get you a chair so that you can be propped up because you're much too low and your posture's really bad. You're slumped over. And if I move you back any further so you're in frame, your little butt's hanging off the edge. This table is too small. Everything is too small. Everything is just too small and crammed. My legs I can't really move my legs under the table or I'm going to kick the tripod that is literally 2 feet away from me. And what else? I feel like lighting is okay. We shoot at night and we have the kitchen light. We're in the kitchen right now. So we got the kitchen light on and then the little baby kitchen light on. So I feel like it's lighting enough. It's good enough. We're doing good enough. I'm not doing such a good job editing. I feel like we're struggling a little bit, but we're going to pick up. I feel like after maybe 10 episodes, we'll get into the groove and it'll be a lot easier. But until then, we're going to struggle a little bit. Today, I thought we'd cover 2 topics real quick. I think this is going to be a short episode. I still feel sick and I'm constantly clearing my throat and coughing and I'm sick of it. So it's going to be a short episode, I think. I read an article today about this woman who catfished her own daughter for like over a year. And I wanted to talk about why people are having children when they don't want them. Kendra Lakari, 42, of Mount Pleasant, was arrested and charged with 2 counts of stalking a minor, 2 counts of using a computer to commit a crime, and 1 count of obstruction of justice. The case against her is a culmination of a year-long investigation that started December 2021. It was a complaint by her daughter and her then boyfriend that they were being cyberbullied. So they told their school we're being cyberbullied, and it turns out that her mom was actually the girls' basketball coach at that school. So this psycho mom and the boyfriend's mom says they cooperated with the school officials, and then because most of the harassment was taking place outside of school and the mom wasn't using like school equipment to do the harassing, it got shifted over to the FBI. And then they found her with her IP address and they were seeing all these messages. I think it was 350 pages of text and social media correspondence implicating Lakari. So she was sending 350 pages worth of shit to her own daughter, just harassing her, cyberbullying her. And I don't understand, why are you doing that? She was doing this for a year, and it says that she made a full confession. She was like, yeah, I did this. And then what made this even worse is it says she was trying to blame her daughter's like classmates and peers. So you're screwing your own daughter, and then you're also screwing some like innocent kids that had nothing to do with this. It doesn't say what kind of relationship she had with her daughter, but I have to assume if she worked at the school, she was probably on good terms with her daughter. So I feel like if she was, the daughter had to have mentioned this at some point. Like, hey mom, I'm getting like harassed by some girls at my school and I don't know what to do about it. So that makes me curious if the mom was doing this so that she would feel needed by her daughter. Like maybe she wanted her daughter to come to her and be like upset, like, oh my God, mom, I'm getting cyberbullied. I need help. And the mom was like, they're there. Oh my goodness, it's going to be okay. Let's get those bad girls. We're going to do this together. Like, I don't know what her motive was. Or did she hate her daughter and she wanted her daughter to like get hurt and just was trying to just bully her into depression and anxiety and didn't want to, I don't know why you did that. That's just so insane to do that to your own kid. I mean, to do it to any kid, but to do it to your own kid, I don't understand why, like, what made you all of a sudden do that? You're 42, your daughter is in school, she's old enough to be using social media. I don't think it said how old the daughter is, but I imagine she's at least a teenager. Why are you doing this? And it reminded me of this mom on TikTok. I think they put down their family dog and she wanted the kid to like cry on camera. And she accidentally uploaded the footage of her telling the kid, like, hey, make sure that you're crying. Like, we gotta, like, really cry. And the kid was crying. The kid was upset, like, oh, I miss Ruffles. And she's like, yeah, keep crying. And she got blasted for it. And rightfully so. I don't know if she's even on the internet still. But it reminded me of that. And it's like, why do these people have kids? Like, if you don't want kids, don't have a kid. Like me, I don't want kids. I think they suck. I don't want kids. And I don't think we should be having any more kids. I think there's too many people on the planet. I think we need to just all stop for like 5-10 years. Let things get a little better. There's just too many. And there's too many. And I feel like even me not liking kids, I would never, ever, ever think to do something so terrible to a child. And I don't understand why these people are like filming their kids being traumatized. Like there was a trend on TikTok just a couple weeks ago where these parents they had this filter where it made your eye droop down. It looked like it was on your cheek. And they would like cover their kid's face and be like, hey, we're gonna take a video. And they would kind of cover their face so the kid couldn't see it. And they had it on the front facing camera so the kid could see themselves in the screen. And when they recorded, it showed the kid's face like drooping and the kids were freaking out. I would too if it looked like I was having a stroke. And they're children. They don't understand that it's a filter. They can't tell that it says like droopy face filter. I don't know. I just feel like the wrong people are having kids. And again, I don't want children, but I feel like if I was a dad, I'd be such a good dad. I would love my kids so much and I wouldn't be filming them and like using them for content. That is just so weird to me. I don't understand why that's a thing, why people are so comfortable giving their toddlers an Instagram page and letting strangers be in on their lives. And look, I get if your kid did something funny and you want to upload it, all right, fine, cool, whatever. Haha, you went viral, you got 1 million hits. Congratulations. But when you take that and then you think, hey, I just got 1 million views off of my kid doing this funny thing, let's keep doing that. That's when it gets weird. And that's why it is weird. When I see entire accounts dedicated to like, especially just family content, that weirds me out so much. Because not only are you sharing your entire family's lives, but you're unintentionally creating a competition between spouses, siblings, whoever it is. And by creating these separate pages, you're gonna have your kid, your 8-year-old daughter who has 350,000 followers, and then 13-year-old brother, he only has 57,000 followers. That's gonna mess with him. And then what these families don't think about is who's this audience? Who's watching our 8-year-old daughter? Who's watching her? Because I guarantee 100% of the viewers aren't fellow families. They're not fellow mommies watching this stuff. It's the weirdos out there. And they don't have to go into the dark parts of the web. They can just watch the daughter doing gymnastics, and that's what they love. And I don't understand why people post their kids like that. Because... And Anyway, what this mom just did, she ruined the relationship with her daughter, and she ruined her daughter's idea that she will be able to use social media one day. And she probably won't. She's probably all done. She will never be able to comfortably go and post something on social media. And just what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you doing, lady? There's already so many bad people out there. And to have your own mom doing this to you for a year, harassing you. I can't even, like, she was probably in the other room doing this. She was probably, like, in her bedroom getting all these messages, and her mom was in the other room typing them out. So it says she's facing 5 years for this, and I don't know. I guess that's long enough. I feel like she shouldn't be allowed to see her kid that whole time. It's so fucked up. The fact that, like, I don't know how you apologize for that or be able to build any sort of trust back, especially since her daughter is so young. And this is when she's most impressionable, and you just fucking ruined it. And now if you're convicted and you go away for 5 years, now she's got to have, I don't know, an aunt, a foster parent, grandma, whoever. I don't know where dad is, but she has to live with someone else. And just like, you fucking ruined this kid's life. It's just fucking sad, because kids, they eventually lose their innocence. And when it's this way, when it's someone doing something bad, it's just fucking, people suck, dude. Do better as parents. I like that story. That's what triggered the thought of all the TikTok pranking your kids and doing all this terrible shit. It's just their obsession with making it, with having a big YouTube family. They forget that stuff, and you're exposing these poor kids, and you're fucking them up. And we're gonna see so many documentaries in the future of these YouTube family children all grown up, and they're gonna say what was going on behind the scenes, and it's not gonna be good. None of it is gonna be good, especially the things the parents aren't aware that they're doing, like I said, doing the competition between siblings. Like, Bobby has 50,000 followers and Samantha has 175,000, and Bobby is gonna think he's not good enough, and he's not cool enough, he's not talented enough, and that's gonna do stuff to him. So stop having kids for a couple years, and if you already do have kids, stop using them for as a cash cow, because it's fucking weird, and it's dark, and it's not gonna be good for your kid. I promise you. So I know we said this episode was gonna be a short one. The second segment, I wanted to talk about the Donald Trump NFTs that he just released. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. But seeing his face on my screen, I'm not in the mood right now. I think it's fucking hilarious, and there's a lot to talk about, but I feel like if I start talking about him and the MAGA, just all that, I'm gonna get riled up. And I feel like talking about that piece of shit mom, I don't want to go into this right now. So I think we're going to talk about this next week, and I want to end this episode on a positive note. So I know no one's listening to this because I haven't pushed it out yet, but eventually I'm sure we'll get a dozen or so people watching. But I was in a car accident in October, and I had just recently had a lot of work done on my Jeep. I got a new radiator. I had just a full tune-up, just a whole bunch of shit. It ended up costing me like $1,100 or $1,200. I just had to have a whole bunch of things replaced and redone. And shortly after that happened, I got into a car accident, and it was my fault. I rear-ended somebody, they got pushed into another car, and basically all the damage done to my car was the new stuff that I had done. My radiator, it got pushed into the grill or whatever, and I need a new radiator. It set me back. And then my insurance rates went up, so that was fun. And I've been struggling financially because of that, and just little things that I've been needing to do, I've been putting on the back burner. Like my beard trimmer, my clippers went out. Well, they didn't fully go out, but they're going out to where if I turn it on, it's like it chops and pulls my beard. So it's just little things that I haven't been able to I can't do that right now. And anyway, my dog has been needing to have her teeth cleaned for a little while now. And there's a site, it's called Buy Me a Coffee, and it's a fun way to support creators. I think you can give like $1, $3 or $5, or you could give, a lower amount or a higher amount or whatever you want to give, but that's kind of like the thing that most people do. And I made this account I think like 2 months ago. I don't make any money on pretty much any social media platform that I use. I make some money on Instagram, but other than that, TikTok, like Facebook, whatever I use, I don't make any money. So I didn't share this Buy Me a Coffee thing. I have it in like my link tree, where if you go to my link tree, you'll see it there, but I don't think people are really going on there. But anyway, this person, I don't want to say who they are. I don't know if they'll be embarrassed or whatever. But they gave me, I think it was like $25, and that meant a lot to me. And even if they gave 25 cents, that's something. Anytime somebody gives me anything, I appreciate it so much. Like, that means so much to me. And when this person did that, I ended up sharing it on my Instagram story, and I was like, man, this means a lot to me. And I brought up, that my dog needs her teeth cleaned, and it wasn't like, oh, woe is me, please, I need some money. It was just like, I'm struggling right now, and that really helped out, and fuck, that was so nice. And when I posted that, other people went to the Buy Me a Coffee site and they started donating. And I have enough money to take her to the vet and get her teeth cleaned now, because of people that watch me and like what I do, whatever it is I do. I don't really know what I do. I just I hit record and I just am myself. So if people just like me, then they like me. And getting all that money for just not, I consider it not doing anything. Like, I don't do anything, and that just, like, there's not anything I could say that like fully expresses how much that means to me. And I don't know, just thank you to just anyone, everyone. Like, that shit is so foreign to me that, like, when I watch like people who create things and they get that support, I always think, oh yeah, fuck yeah, like, they deserve that shit. Yeah, give them fucking money. But when people do that to me, I don't think it's not like a oh yeah, I fucking suck type thing, but it's just like, you don't need to do that. You don't have to do that. But people do anyway. And these are strangers that just come across my work and like it enough to support me. And supporting being following or sharing a video, which to me is just as, if not more important than money, getting money. And, we need money. And to be in a position where I don't have to think about that stress. That's a stress I don't have to think about at all. There's enough to take her to the vet, and I don't have to think about that. Now I can think about the clippers that I need to get, or the new shoes that I have to buy because mine have holes in them, or I want to get a new camera because this one shuts off every 30 minutes. But to have perfect strangers be able to give me relief from something, I'm just so grateful. And I feel like ending this episode showing that there are good people is good to do, because talking about that piece of shit lady and then transitioning into Trump, I didn't want to be in a bad mood. So I'm in a really good mood now, and I'm just so grateful. And that means a lot. And knowing that there are more good people than the bad that's important to remember. So, Stu, I think we're gonna stop because I feel like I might start crying in a second. But next week, I think we're gonna talk about the Trump NFT thing, and then I think we'll do that, and then we'll end it with something positive again. We'll find something positive to talk about. And next week is actually Christmas, so Merry Christmas. I think Hanukkah starts around the same time. I think Hanukkah might start on Sunday, I think. So happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything, happy. Just be happy. I think I might get Stu a little chair for Hanukkah. Maybe a little microphone too. We'll see. All right, that was episode 4. I think this week I'm going to let Stu take us out. So Stu, take us out. Beautiful. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week.